Was it nerve-wracking being in front of the cameras for 6 or 7 months, having people follow you around?
Yeah, it was really, really nerve-wracking, having the cameras following me. I had to sort of do the classic sort of walking along the beach shot and looking at it. So it was just, it was completely out of my comfort zone. But I think you adjust because you really want your product. So I think sort of the main point was that I'm willing to do anything to get this product onto shelf, and if it means me being filmed or whatever it was, then so be it. But it was good fun, and the camera crew were a good laugh, and they sort of put you at ease with everything. And it was a good experience, and sort of it went on for 6-7 months, and it was quite hard sometimes, especially the filming in Westfield, which is the big shopping mall in London. Sort of walking down an escalator with Theo Paphitis, so you're getting quite a few looks and stuff. But it was it was good fun. It was good fun.
So meeting Theo and spending some time with him, has he been able to pass on any business tips and hints that you've been able to use?
Well, with the programme, the relationship was purely Theo was presenter, sort of, these are the people on the programme. So it wasn't like Dragon's Den where I was pitching to him for investment.
Sure, yeah.
But at the same time, he was excellent in sort of, before going into the boardroom, he'd say, look, you get one shot at this. Just, keep your idea, your presentation as simple as possible. And really, really just give the picture of a lifetime. And I think sort of what he was able to do is sort of really give me that sort of, enthusiasm to actually go in there and think, right, I'm going to sort of nail this presentation.
A few editions ago, we featured Will King, the King of Shades.
Okay.
Who's a bit of a legend.
Yeah.
Have you guys? Because he actually told us about you. He was recommending you as the next big thing. How much has Will been able to sort of pass on to you, I suppose?
Well, what Will's been able to do is he obviously started King of Shades 17 years ago, so he's got a wealth of knowledge. And when he heard about sort of Wingman, the programme, what I was doing, he said, well, okay, but sort of you can pick my brains whenever you like. So sort of I just use Will as a mentor. And I think he obviously strikes a similarity in the sense that he had to go through the long, hard slog at the start of it. So sort of any problems I do have with Wingman, I'll just bounce him an email, and he's able to sort of give his words of wisdom. And sort of what he's kind of taught me is just, his main sort of philosophy is impossible is nothing. So you set the Wingman brand as big as possible, and sort of that's what I'm doing now. Is I've got a product on shelf which is male deodorising wipes, but where next? And sort of that's what I'm working on at the moment, is the follow-on products which are going to sort of create a whole range around the brand.
Mm-hmm. Where are the Wingman products currently available?
Wingman's currently stocked in over 264 stores nationwide in Boots. So it's the main Boots stores. So sort of if you go in looking in the smaller ones, the smaller pharmacies, they're not there. But to coincide with the programme, we've managed to have, I think, in 100 stores, point of sale material, so the big display boards, things like that, so which will really, really help sales, and also on Boots Online.
And how old are you, Stu?
24 years old.
Oh my gosh. What have I done with my life?
I think it was just one of those things where it is a crash course in business. I had no business experience, and sort of the main thing I've learned from it is that if you're passionate about an idea enough, you'll see it through, and you've got to be so persistent, because there were times where I moved back home and sort of went on the dole for 3-4 months, and where other people had moved to London or wherever else to get jobs, I stuck at it. And I think that's the main thing. If you've got an idea, is just be sort of persistent and passionate about it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of our readers are startup business people who have products, inventions and that sort of thing. What would be your maybe 3 key things that you'd tell them?
Okay, 3 points I would say is, like I said, is be passionate. And if you're passionate about your idea or your business, you'll have an energy around it, and that's contagious. So whenever you talk to anyone about your product or your brand, people sort of receive that energy. If you're not enjoying it, then no one else is going to enjoy it or buy into it. So you've got to keep that passion and energy. I think have fun as well. If it's not fun, then what's the point in doing it? Because sort of you only get one shot at these things, and I think if you're having fun whilst doing it, I think it makes life so much easier. And sort of there'll be days where it's kind of like a roller coaster, so you'll be on a high or a low if someone's shut the door in your face and said we're not interested, but you've just got to be 100% persistent and sort of not take no for an answer.
You were talking about having to go in and pitch to people like Boots. How did you win them over so well? What was your pitch?
With the Boots buyers, they're people like anyone else. They're not robots, so they want to be talked to. They don't want to be sold to, you've got to take this and you've got to give a bit of personality. And I think there's probably 3 ingredients they buy into: is your own personality, how good the actual product is, and what's it going to do for their customers. So there's sort of 3 points, and if you can mould your presentation around those 3 sort of core areas, you're in for a good chance. But I think that the main thing is what's new about your product or your idea, or what's better than what's out there. So for Wingman, when I went into the presentation, I said, well, hang on, there's 1, you go into Boots, there's just female wipes. 2, when you go in, a guy doesn't want to carry around a big packet of flimsy baby wipes, resealable. They want something cool, portable, which you can carry in your pocket, your wallet, or your briefcase. So that's where I went for individual wipes, which are foil wrapped, to make it look a bit cooler. And I think it's taking an idea. If you're taking an idea which has already been done, like wipes, is how can you make it better for your particular market.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for coming in. Wishing you all the best and looking forward to seeing you on the screen.
Cheers, thank you.